Hello. Can you start off by telling us who you are
Wanda J. Matthews,
and your relationship to Marchello Jackson?
his mother.
Okay, so my first question for you is, what was Marcello's character? Like, how was his character growing up?
Well, he took care of his brother. He made sure his brother was always okay. He did everything I asked him to do. He took care of me.
Okay.
And he worked.
Yeah, so he was a hard worker?
Yes.
Okay. So when he got locked up, did you feel like they sentenced him based off of his skin color or based because it was justice? They were just serving justice. How do you feel?
I feel like they did it to prove a point to the other people. I feel like he got the short end of the deal. I feel like he was sentenced unfair. I feel like when he was sentenced, the families I was sentenced along with him because I put my life on hold because I don't feel the need to do anything without my son because it's like a part of me is missing because he's not around.
Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that. Okay, so with being a mother, you know how a mother instinct is to protect her child. How did you feel when they took him away from you? Like,
I felt like I was going to die. I felt like my whole world came to an end.
okay. And then how did you cope with it? How did you like go about, not being depressed and stuff? Like, how did you go about the situation?
I stay depressed. I withdraw from people. I stay in my room. I put my life on hold because my son's life is on hold.
Okay. And with that being said, with his life being on hold, how do you feel like if he did get out today, how do you feel like what are his challenges that he would have to face in order to adapt to this new world? Because when he went in, everything was different. Like technology and everything, how do you think it would challenge him? Like it would be a challenge for him?
I will be there to help him every step of the way.
But what challenges do?
I would encourage him to go back to school, get a degree, start his own business, work for himself. Because I know when he get out, it's going to be hard to get a job. So the best thing for him to do is start his own business.
Yeah. But see, his basic life skills were taken away because now it's like you have to adapt to a new life that he no longer knows because it's so much different than when he was out. So how do you feel about that?
I feel like it's going to be a tough battle. I feel like, he went in young. He's finna turn 40. Of course, it's going to be hard for him. But with the help of his family, he would adapt better.
Okay.
As long as he got our support, he'll be okay.
And how did you feel about him being torn away from his daughter that was just born? How do you feel about that?
It broke my heart. It broke my heart.
Yeah. So what do you think should have been done differently? What are things that you think should have happened?
If they felt like he did something wrong, he should have been able to have a second chance. They could have, instead of sentencing him to 40 years, they could have put him in boot camp and trained him to be a man instead of just throwing him away in the prison system and be lost into the system. I feel like they could have done something. They could have put him in something. They could have gave him counseling. They could have done something. They didn't try to do anything. All they tried to take his rights away from him.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions I have for you right now. Thank you for your time and thank you for answering my questions. And again, your name is?
Wanda J. Matthews.
And you are?
His mother.
Okay.